Time for the discussion now. As the days for the August polls continue to draw near, our political temperatures escalate day by day, fueled by the utterances and the banters from the aspirants. At such a peak season, peace and harmony are essential in our daily living. Peace Ambassador CBO, a group of young individuals, witnessed that political violence culminates to have voluntarily mandated themselves to spread a message of peace across the country. Joining me tonight is Elizabeth Otokoma, the Secretary General, to shed more light on the Peace Awareness Initiative. So, Elizabeth, thank you so much for dedicating your time for this discussion.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Right. Now, it is such a good initiative that you people started. So tell us about Peace Ambassadors CBO. What really necessitated the coming up of this organization?
Okay, Peace Ambassadors is a group of young youths, intellects, people who've grown up together.
Right.
They've shared many things on political line, economic line. And now we decided, let's come back together and see what we can give back to the society.
Right.
During this political time, we said, like, this is a good opportunity to also reach out to our fellow youths.
Yes.
We are from Embakasi, and most of us hail our achievements and all our programs from Embakasi at the moment. And so far we're good, a group of 10 people. We forge on together. We have all our struggles, but we're moving on.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's so impressive. Now, probably just to ask, who are your target audience? Is it the electorates? Is it the politicians who are allegedly fueling, the kind of violences and the utterances we are facing in the political scene?
Thank you so much. Actually, our main target group is our fellow youths.
Right.
Because the youths are the backbone of this country. And if the youths fail to rise up, we have no one to stand up when the old people are all gone.
Right.
So we are standing up to reach out to the youths, the vulnerable, and the mothers. Those are the targets that when there is violence, they get most hit.
Sure.
And these women are into business. The vulnerable are not able to take care of themselves. And the youths, they just fight. They'll not be able to steer up any other peace forum if at all they are not enlightened earlier on. So our target group, mostly, we want to reach out to the youths in the country, in every community that we are going to be able to access. We want to tell the youths to simame, let's come up. It is us that will take over when our fathers have gone.
Sure.
So when you're not able to stand now, there is nothing that we can do. So most of our targets are the youths, because they are still very strong and they have the energy to drag this country to a better place.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe still on that, because when you're talking about violence in terms of in these political seasons, mostly it emanates from the leaders, from the politicians. Are you also doing something from the concerning the leaders, the politicians themselves? Because the violence that is experienced in a country during the political seasons, we could say is a trickle down violence, starting from the leaders coming downwards to the electorates at the ground level.
Yeah, it's actually been a challenge. We started approaching the leadership, and some of the leadership do not support such initiatives because they want to use us down here. So we are reaching out, as far as I'm concerned and as far as you're concerned at the moment. In our ward, that is Embakasi ward, we reached out to all the MCAs who are vying, and we told them, you guys come together with us. Help us spread this mission. That is the only way we will elect you, knowing that you are also for peace. Because you up there are the ones who are dividing us down here. So we reached out to the MCAs. Some of them are cooperative, some were not cooperative. And now we were telling our youths, if anyone is not cooperative at this level of bringing us together and standing with us for the sake of peace, that is someone we should not elect.
Sure.
So actually, we want to cut it across, even to the MP level, to the governorship. We want them to come on board. If they are able to unite up there, then out down here, we are fine. They should not trickle down the effect of violence and hatred between us down here.
Sure.
So we're really struggling. Leadership is not cooperative, but we're trying. We are young people, and most of these people in leadership don't support us. they feel like we want to stop some of the things they want to do.
Sure.
And that is maybe some are not of goodwill. They want to cause violence.
Right.
Some are of goodwill. They have come through on the table for us. So we celebrate them.
Right.
And we salute them.
Nice. Now, probably because I had seen, I don't know whether which rally was that, but I'd seen you people you had a rally sometimes back that I saw on YouTube. So what are some of the success stories that can be alluded to this initiative that you started so far?
Peace Ambassadors, we have success stories. And we also have challenges. Some of our success stories is our just recent Peace Forum that we are able to bring our MCAs on board. Our MCAs, Alan Oremo, we thank you so much, Stephen Mopao and the others. They also came on board to support the mission. I can say that was one of our biggest, that was one of our biggest achievement.
Right.
So far we've been down on ground, talking maybe door to door, trying to reach out on the youths, the ones that we can get on a one-on-one level. And we have also done environmental projects. We're also trying to reach out to schools and do anti-drugs campaigns. We have not gotten the platform yet, but we are working on it so that we can be able to reach each and every youth, those who are still small, those who are coming up, and those who are already grown-ups, actually the youths now at the good capacity. So I will say we are a young group. We require support, and we are striving, and I know we are doing it.
Right.
And Kenya needs people like us.
Sure.
And we are doing it.
Right.
Yes.
That's so impressive. Now, maybe just to ask, in this initiative, what are probably some of the strategies that you people are having to ensure that, the message that you're spreading, it syncs well with the electorates and with the general public at large?
Okay, what I will say is that some of the strategies we've put across, we are inviting the companies for CSR projects. Some of the companies are responding well. Like previously in our last event, Pharma Plus pharmacies, they came on board for us and they helped us put up a very good platform.
Right.
So we are sending out letters to NGOs, we are sending letters to business people, we are sending letters to corporates, and we are sending letters to all well-wishers. Those are the people that can come up and help us drive this project.
Right.
Because you will not just go out and tell people come somewhere without any proper planning, without any good quorum of the vicinity that surrounds you. So we've gone that extra mile. We are sending invites whenever we want to achieve a project. We send invites to all well-wishers, the corporates that surround us, and the leadership. We have been trying to tap into the leadership that is current, and we're also tapping into the leadership that is oncoming.
Right. Now, maybe just to ask, because when you're talking about peace, the church and the clergy are mostly, at the forefront of spreading the message of peace and harmony, mostly ahead of polls. Have you probably maybe considered, doing this, initiative with them or something of that sort?
Thank you so much. Actually, the clergy, Bishop Hudson Denda, who is in charge of the clergy in Nairobi region,
right.
He's been so helpful. He's been so supportive in our events. In fact, the last event, he really helped us for it to be a success. We appreciate the church and we celebrate them. He has been on the front line for us, but we still have rivals in the church. Like, you will invite a certain church and a certain church will not come.
Right.
You will invite the Muslims and the other ones will feel attacked. So actually it's been a challenge, but we are forging on. We're just telling people, if someone is on set, this is a peace forum.
Right.
We are not spreading hate. And everybody we're inviting is in the vicinity. So if I invite this one and it happens to be someone maybe you're not approving, that is what we want to break. We want us to be one family.
Right.
So we have invited the clergy, and we have invited all the other members. So I can say the clergy has been so supportive through Bishop Hudson Denda. And all I can say is that they are supporting even our next projects. They have even promised to come through for our next project. Actually, I will say they're in the front line.
Right.
They are in the front line more than the leadership. And we expected the leadership to be in the front line more than the clergy.
Right.
But we thank God for everything. And we just pray that with time, everybody will come on board. As we walk across, we have started this caravan in Embakasi. We want this caravan to move to the next county. We want this caravan to go to Mashinani. And we want to tell our youths, come, it is our time.
Sure.
It's our time to take over. And if we don't do it now, we will not have the energy to do it when we are old.
Right.
Because this our people, we need the Wangari Maathai of tomorrow.
Sure.
We need the Jalango of tomorrow. We need the Caroline Mutuku of tomorrow. If today I don't wake up and push myself, Caroline Mutuku in the future will not be there. We need to carry legacies of people who've propagated good stuff.
Sure.
As the youth, I will just tell those who are listening to me, do not be afraid. Challenges are there. But wake up, do something. Fight for this nation, fight for wherever you are. Your kids will really appreciate once you wake up. So I say everybody, let's shake hands.
Right.
The electorate, let's just be happy. Whether you support this or whether you support the other person. Democracy is everybody's right.
Sure.
Let's stand up. Let's fight for peace and let's advocate for peace.
Right.
We need you. You need me. Elections come and go.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, maybe just to borrow from what you're saying, that you're facing a bit of challenges because maybe on the religious line we're finding that we have differences. When it comes to religion, when you're pushing for something as Christians, the Islamists will probably feel that they're attacked. So it means in this journey you're really facing a lot of challenges. So probably maybe on the religious differences and maybe other challenges, how do you try to mitigate some of these challenges that come by?
On board, I will say on board we have cut across. We have got the SDA. Our members are cut across. And we have members from this side, we have members from this side, we have members from this side. So when we invite people and someone tries to make it look like it belongs to someone else, we'll let them know like, see, even so-and-so is here, is part of us. So we have balanced in our membership, we have balanced. We've got everybody in a different religion. So you advocate for your religion, you bring them on board.
Right.
You advocate for your democratic maybe person, bring him on board. You advocate for someone that is so different, antichrist, you still bring them on board.
Right.
So we are peaceful people, we accommodate everyone. And we just want everyone. We don't want this division. This division is what we are trying to do away with.
Sure.
And once everybody tries to understand that we are for oneness, then we will have a lot of people supporting us.
True.
Because I don't know if anyone will not support peace. I just don't know why someone will not support peace.
Peace is an
Peace is
ingredient.
paramount. It's paramount.
Yeah.
Because after 9th August, you need to run your business.
Sure.
You need to go to work. You need to come and say hi to me. So if you're destroying this thing now, how will I look at you tomorrow? So we want to think beyond politics.
Right.
Yeah, because our initiative is not just this time. We want to carry it throughout. So we're not going to be a 5-year thing like our politicians.
Sure.
We want this thing to be year in, year out, so that the youths are empowered.
Right.
And that is our mission. So I would really appreciate if everybody will come on board.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, maybe if you try to do an analysis comparing what used to happen in the past, because, when you try to look at the 2007, 2008 polls, whatever transpired after the polls, and or when we had the next general election in 2013, whatever we had in 2017, are you seeing any difference? Maybe people have now, sanity has taken, shape, and, people are not so much allied to what the leaders are doing, and following up to doing things that the way they are supposed to be done. How do you see? Is it are we changing with the times?
Okay, I will say we're changing.
Mhm.
And this is what I will say. In 2007, was it 2007?
2007 to 8.
Yeah, 2007 to 8, the violence.
Yeah.
Actually, I was still in high school.
Mhm.
And so during that time, people on top, the politicians on top,
Mhm.
were not incoherent. They were not together,
Mhm.
making us down here more apart.
Sure.
I will say up to now, there is a change. We had the handshake,
Mhm.
and people realized, if they are shaking hands, why am I fighting my neighbor?
Sure.
And in fact, from there, I have seen a change. And people, when you approach people like right now and you ask them about some political stance and political state,
Mhm.
some of them are like, politics kwa saizi, wacha tu wajua ngangane nayo.
Mhm.
In fact, some had said like, hatutapiga kura.
Right.
Yeah. I will say people are not more influenced now
Mhm.
than before.
Sure.
I think people are getting to open up their eyes. People are getting to understand that this is politics. And on top there, they always say they are not they are not enemies. They're just having different ideologies.
Sure.
So down here we are saying we are peaceful, no matter your ideologies.
Mhm.
So up to me, if you ask me, I will say it's not as bad as it was before.
Right.
So people have changed. Although it's going to take time for everybody, we still have that group of people who still feel like, mimi wa fulani,
Mhm.
and I have to do as fulani says.
Right.
We still have that portion in our society. And that is the portion we are trying to reach out to
Mhm.
and to tell them, listen, we are one. If that person goes and takes the seat, you will still come back and ask me for help.
Sure.
You will not be able to access the office.
Right.
It's only me that is here with you on ground. So I will say it's good progress so far.
Mhm.
Maybe mentally for people who are getting enlightened day by day. Also, technology is helping us.
Sure.
People are not more into dark as it was before.
Right.
We are exposed to more vices that are happening in other countries, and we are learning.
All right.
So Kenya, I think we are progressing. So far, not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned a point that, when you try to ask people with their political stance, they're telling you that they're not even sure that they'll vote. They're not so concerned with what's happening in the political scene. And it's also evident because, when IBC was doing the mass voter registration exercise, they didn't meet their target. Even the second registration exercise that is yet to end on 6th of February, they have not met their target. Are you also probably doing something to ensure, or maybe it's some form of mobilization in the initiative that to ensure that the young people who have the numbers, they dictate whoever comes into power. When it comes to the polls, their voices may also count. Are you also doing something form of mobilization?
Yeah, we actually doing that. I remember our last event, we had IBC people on ground with us, and we mobilized them. We were telling the young people, you not voting is voting for the wrong person.
Sure.
Actually, I will say the youths, I don't know if they've lost hope or they're just feeling like they're wading across waters.
Right.
So we are trying to also bring hope into the youths and telling them we have so much power. We have so much power with us. And the moment we register as voters, that is the only way we are going to speak. The moment you're going to be silenced, and you're not going to wake up on that day, you're going to elect a bad leader.
Sure.
You not voting is electing a bad leader. You come be part of the process. And during our peace forums, we are also, as I said earlier, we are tapping into the oncoming leadership.
Right.
So we are telling the youths, see, this person has come. See, this person has come. And this person has come. And also, see, this person refused to come. And this other person refused to come.
Right.
Is this person really supporting the peace that we are fighting for here? No. So during such forums, we get to enlighten our youths also on the same. And I can comfortably confirm that some are responding.
Right.
They're responding positively.
Right.
They're getting to realize, by the way, tuko na nguvu. And that is actually our main aim. When someone wakes up and they realize, I am powerful, let me take this vote. Let me vote for so and so. Because voting for so and so is voting for my empowerment.
Right. Now, because of time, Lisa, that's so impressive of what you're doing. But because of time, in about 2 minutes, what would be your final message to the youth and to the general populace who are following up on this discussion?
Okay. I want to reach out to everybody watching me, listening to me. I want the youths to wake up. You have so much power within you, and there is no one that can stop you once you decide to wake up and follow your journey. Politics come and go. You will be left with your neighbor and your brother. If you fight today, then you will have nothing tomorrow. We are also reaching out to the NGOs. We are reaching out to NCIC. We are reaching out to NACADA. We are reaching out to anybody who can come on board and help the young people drive peace projects. Not only peace projects, also anti-drugs project, because when someone takes so much drugs, he will interfere with the peace of the community. So we are reaching out to NACADA, we are reaching out to NCIC, we are reaching out to these people who have at least escalated to a different level more than me are. And me, I'm speaking maybe to Jalango, I'm speaking to Caroline Mutoko, I'm speaking to Nyambane, I'm speaking to all the people who can be able to hold the youths and bring them up on table so that they can be able to also feel empowered.
Right.
Because when you empower a youth, you have already empowered the whole community.
Sure.
This is the future. This is the future you are empowering. So please support us, come on board, help us drive the mission.
Right.
We are really looking forward to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's so impressive, Lisa. Thank you so much for that, powerful discussion, driving the message of peace to the general populace ahead of polls. Thank you so much. Now, with that, we are taking another very short break here on KUTV Primetime News. A moment we shall be coming back with more, so stay with us. See you on the other side.